Boy, Jamaica, listen up. Things are bad, and I think things are going to get worse and worser before them even get better. This is not a happy story. This is another sad story because a child has lost her life. But it's the same old shoot 'em up, bang bang gun situation again. In this situation, the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, has stepped in. So there's an article that says leave everything in God's hands. The mother and the sister they are both in grief following the murder of a 14-year-old by the name of Terona Thomas. Now you might wonder, why did a 14-year-old get murdered? So when Orthea Watson heard gunshots echoing through her Olympic Garden community in Kingston on a Thursday, she rushed towards the chaos, not away from it, never imagining that she would find her own 14-year-old daughter laying on the ground with a gunshot wound to her head. She collapsed in shock and in grief after witnessing her daughter there. Terona Thomas, the 14-year-old, a second form student at Pembroke Hall High School. She died at the Kingston Public Hospital later that day. According to the Jamaica Gleaner, she succumbed to her injuries after undergoing emergency surgery. They just could not save her. Now, according to the police report, it says that around 1:50 p.m., Thomas was among a group of people that were gathered on Hill Avenue when gunmen traveling in a motor car opened fire on everybody there, injuring her and two men. The victims were all taken to the hospital. The grieving mother was actually sitting in her yard when she heard the shots rang out. She said that her heart sank instantly, knowing that her daughter had gone in that same direction where the gunfire was coming from. She said, as me hear the gunshots them, me say, where TT there? Because TT is the name they affectionately call the 14-year-old. This is what she said in an interview with the Gleaner, that she had just given her daughter some money to buy some boiled crab at a nearby stall. Go down the road, go get some crab for with it. When me reach up there, me see a car, a driveway, but me never see who inside. And when me turn the corner, me see her laying down with our sister on top of her. Me see her upon the ground, and me couldn't believe. She said that she collapsed in tears before even reaching her daughter. She was overcome with shock and grief. Now on Friday, the Gleaner had visited the family's home. Watson and her older daughter, Dania Clark, they were just returning home to visit. They were just returning from their own visit to the House of Tranquility morgue, where the mother went to identify her child's body. She said it was very painful. Me just asked Father God to give me the strength, for raise my other 4 kids them. The distraught mother described her daughter as a homebody who was very nice, very loving, and well loved. Everybody in the community loved her. It really shook me up. Me don't know what to do, she said. Watson is demanding justice for her child and is hoping that the investigation will lead to the capture of the perpetrators. Unconfirmed reports are that the killers were after someone else and that Terona was an innocent victim in this shooting, had nothing to do with what was going on. Clark, who shared a close bond with her younger sister, said that she's been coping well since the incident. She hasn't been coping well since the incident. She said, quote unquote, "I can't sleep, I can't eat. Every time I close my eyes, and my sister me see. Almost every night she sleep with me," her older sister said in tears. She expressed anger at some community members, accusing them of closing their doors on her sister and another young girl as they ran and sought refuge from the gunfire. She said, them heartless, them heartless. How if you lock out the babies them? Maybe if them did help, my sister would still be alive. Cause gunshot did a beat and everybody was running for cover. And the doors where my sister them run to, apparently, they lock the doors on them. People run inside of them own house and lock door, and I saw the picnic get shot. She was also hurt about the fact that some residents were more focused on videotaping the tragedy than actually helping. You know how that painful for see my sister upon the ground and them a videotape her? Her sister said angrily. Clark shared that persons came and they rushed the men to the hospital, leaving her sister. And when confronted, they claimed that they did not see her. She said it was the police who transported her sister to the hospital. So you got to understand, our sister just got shot. This is critical moments to get medical attention. And them scrape up the two man them and carry them go to hospital, and they survived. And they left the sister there until police arrived on the scene. Now you know, when shootings happen in Jamaica, a lot of the times it take the police quite some time to get to the scene of the shooting. It took, in this case, the police arriving, seeing what was wrong with the little girl, and taking her to the hospital themselves. She said, by her own account, it was the police who took my sister to the hospital. But may I leave everything in God's hands, and I will be praying for them to catch the killer. How you fi turn a gun on a 14-year-old? The Olympic Garden police are investigating. Thomas' murder follows another shooting death of another 15-year-old, which was a schoolboy named Jeremy Morris in Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew. That Glencoff student was reportedly shot multiple times in the head. You know, it's an election year, and every day we wake up, we see more and more stories of how crime has gone down, especially violent crimes and murders, and how the place is just almost becoming perfect. And I'm not buying it. The only thing I'm buying is the media's lack of reporting. It's as if they are all on the same team, so they will underreport until the election season is over, and then they will start reporting again. Because check it, right? I didn't know about this story until a story broke about the Prime Minister offering $2 million for the shooting death of a 14-year-old. That's what made front page. And then I saw the name. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has announced a $2 million reward fund for information leading to the apprehension of the killers of 14-year-old Tarona Thomas. So I went to go look up who Tarona Thomas is, where she was killed, and then that's when I found out about the story. It wasn't splashed through all news media networks like killings usually are, especially killings of young people. And then the story about the little youth that got killed just before she got killed, the 15-year-old Jeremy Morris in Lawrence Tavern, that wasn't put on front page either. So it's obvious to see that the major news networks are working with the political climate, and they are also underreporting the murders just so that they can come out every day and claim that murders are down, the place is safe, the JLP is doing a great job, the police is doing a good job. But the murders are still happening though. And that's the truth. So more on the $2 million reward. Andrew Holness was speaking at the commissioning of the Olympic Way Jamaica Eye Monitoring Project at the Olympic Gardens Police Station on Tuesday. For those of you who don't know, by the way, the Olympic Way or the Jamaica Eye Monitoring Project is supposed to be the thing that we've been talking about for years. Central CCTV system web with central monitoring points. Anyways, Thomas, affectionately called TT, and two men, like I said before, were injured in a drive-by shooting. We know now, according to her sister, that she was running along with everybody else, but those who were close to the shooting, they ran into their house and locked the doors and left the girls outside. It's funny again how they came and they took the two guys who were shot, two men who were shot, to the hospital and left the young girl laying there on the ground. And she was laying there with a bullet to her head until the police came and saw her and took her to the hospital. Of course, she's not going to make it. So Andrew Holness, during that ceremony, also said that he will be asking the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, to top up the reward pool. The tragic incident took place in Andrew Holness's constituency of West Central St. Andrew. It's safe to say they don't even give no respect to Andrew, right? Head of the St. Andrew Police Senior Superintendent Demian Manderson last week said that the police were following some strong investigative leads in this case. And I guess at some point they are looking to make some arrests. Again, it's election year. Many of children have been killed in this manner, right? Some get draw away a bush and rape and throat cut and still got found in their school uniform, naked from the waist down with them school bag on them back same way, all kind of something. I've never seen Andrew Holness put $2 million towards finding who did what to any of these children. So again, I'm glad that he's doing it. And I hope it helps to find who did this to this young child, the 14-year-old Tarona Thomas. But how come he didn't do it for Jeremy Morris, who got killed, multiple gunshots to his head, days before this young lady got killed? How come he didn't do it for any other child in Jamaica? Again, this whole hypocritical move, because it's election time and you're trying to seem to everybody like you are that guy, is just a big bag of you know what. But I'm going to leave this one right here. We've said enough. We can't just say Jamaica, we have to do better and we are kill off, we picnic them and we're killing off the woman them, and where do we go from here? One nation full of man alone. I guess the man them are going to start there with the man them. But all that stuff start already. And nobody not listening to no blogger or vlogger telling them to stop and put down the gun and stop the badness and stop kill off the picnic them. Who want hear is going to hear, and who don't want hear, them head hot, them chip lick. They're going to keep on doing what they're doing regardless. So we just bring you the story, but we point out certain things in the process. We continue to hope and pray for better. As far as Jamaica goes, the glass is always half full, not half empty. In other words, we remain optimistic. We remain thinking, knowing that things will change. It's going to be slow and painful. One day things are going to get better, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. I send my condolences out to the parents of Jeremy Morris. I send my condolences out to the parents of this young lady as well. Her name is Tarona Thomas. Say her name. And I send my condolences out to any other parent or parents who have lost their child in this manner. Jamaica, we have to do better. I'm out. Peace.